Pardon me. I mean, you can at least have the courtesy to fall over.
We're getting close. I'm sure of it.
Much better. I've had a number of realizations since I've been down here. 1, I'm low on food. 2, I'm low on potions. And 3, well, I can summon Inigo, can't I? J'zargo has made his way back, but Inigo, not happening. Serana, what are you doing back there? You're weird, you. You're weird. I said it first, although that won't be the first era you've ever heard someone say that in, surely. Inigo, let's try this one out. Maybe he's fallen behind on purpose? So I could try this? Let's give it a go.
I am here, and luckily for you, I had just stopped urinating.
It's good to have you back. Sorry, I shouldn't really be laughing at. What are you doing? You are simple, you. Bloody simple. I shouldn't do this, but... Gatehouse. We've been through there, haven't we? Yeah, I opened that door. Okay. I hope I can find an alchemy table as soon as possible, because I am quite underprepared for what may be ahead of us. Someone keep an eye on that, will you? Oh no. Light it up. Good hits. Nothing else coming in. Okay. Light up. So you can beat it to the punch. I did. But will it matter? No. Bloody hell.
I knew I could.
Sorry, mate. Whew. These things are out for blood. Give me those. How did you... Let's not be asking questions. This is a bad idea. Wish that had happened. Knew that had happened. Okay, he's got a big bloody sword. Things up there. There's a door back there I need to have a look at. As long as there's a fight, I'm not gonna be looking at it. Stay here. Head down there. Have a look at that door. You what? What? One of you guys opened it. Fine. Probably Inigo. Interesting. Although didn't I say I'm not taking ebony stuff anymore? I had a nice enchantment, so fine. I'll take it for that purpose. Serana, where are we going exactly? I could do with some clarity here. I mean, if it's too much to ask, then still ask it anyway. Okay, this looks a bit more lived in. Do some health potions. Really good. Here we go, double door. No, I don't want to dull my sword, but it's a worthy price to pay if I need to. Right. We'll get swords back out. Bloody hell, Serana. How many times?
I'm sure of it.
Yeah, sure, just...
I don't think we've reached the top yet. I bet there's some kind of secret passage around here.
Yeah, sure. Maybe you might revive it. Empty wine bottles, though. Bloody disappointing.
We're getting close. I'm sure of it.
Why is there a ladder up here?
Leave it to my mother. Always smarter than I gave her credit for.
Well, it looked a bit false, but let's not dwell on the details. Going up further, you say? When we are going up and up and up and up and up, I'm kind of hoping for a bit of a break. This could be anything. Got a ritual circle. An alchemy lab. Right. Books. This... Is this like your mother's study, or what?
Look at this place. This has to be it. I knew she was deep into necromancy. I mean, she taught me everything I know. But I had no idea she had a setup like this. Look at all this. She must have spent years collecting these components. And what's this thing? I'm not sure about this circle, but it's obviously something. Let's take a look around. There has to be something here that tells us where she's gone.
Maybe you could ask the gargoyle. What exactly are we looking for?
My mother was meticulous about her research. If we can find her notes, there might be some hints in there.
Okay. Did your mother keep the gargoyles here? Or is this one of your father's... things? I mean, I've seen gargoyles out in the wild as that may sound.
Not that I ever saw. My mother had a bit of a thing for magical constructs. Not what you're thinking. She just found them fascinating.
Sure, not exactly what you're implying there, but your mother maintained quite a laboratory nonetheless. You don't mind me using it, do you?
I had no idea her laboratory even existed. She had an alchemy set up in her drawing room, but nothing that even comes close to what's here.
I see. What did she research? Did she ever tell you?
Looking at the equipment and materials, it looks like she was trying to advance her necromancy.
I see. To what end?
I don't know. Certainly not longevity. Kind of a waste of time for a vampire.
And whilst we're here, we need to get 2 more Elder Scrolls on top of this one. Any clues about... Do we need to get 2 more? How many more do we have to get? I mean, it's not as if there's a huge difference between getting 2 or getting 3 or getting 1 more or getting 2 more. But any clues about any of them?
Dexian said something about that scroll. What was it? Something to do with dragons, I think.
Right, yes.
Maybe we should try asking at the College of Winterhold. Sounds like something they'd know about.
Yeah. Well, if anyone's going to have the jurisdiction in there to be asking those kind of questions, it's going to be me. Or if they try to shut me out, even though I'm part of the directorate there. Thank you, Inigo. I'll see to that. But if they start trying to lock me out of my own college, then I'm going to be having words with Tolfdir. Tolfdir's on my side, so if I have to go ram raiding the libraries and stuff with Tolfdir at the helm, so be it. I wonder what that place is like now. I bet. It hasn't changed a bloody bit.
I remember she used to keep a small journal. See if you can dig it up.
Yeah, see if you can dig it up too. There are 2 of us here, you know. And a couple more. Meanwhile, I'm going to help myself. More dragon bones. I'll take it. Here. Once I finish looting around here, I'm going to... I'm going to come back for that. I'm going to have a look at what she was keeping here. Okay. Hopefully, there's enough variety here, in addition to what I already have, to create quite the assembly of alchemical products. Wait, wish there were more of it.
Keep
Find
searching for her
anything?
notes. She probably had a journal or something.
The Red Kitchen Reader.
Keep searching
Excuse
for her
me.
notes. She probably had a journal or something.
Lockpicks. Looking. Pardon me. Look at you. Ugh. You smell like a void. It's very hard to describe what that smells like, but you know it. Hey, look, a black soldier. Another black soldier. More soul gems. If I was after soul gems, I'd be rather impressed. What's in these? Any more of those?
Keep searching for her notes. She probably had a journal or something.
I'm sure we'll find it. Aha, more. Multiple alchemical stations. I need that. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm recognizing a few things to restore health. This is good. I was quite worried. Oh, and even food. Don't know how old it is, but I'm willing to give anything a go. That is not a euphemism for Serana's mother either. Hey, what are you doing? Right. Oh, I surprise myself sometimes. Ice Wraith teeth. Okay, you have plenty of things here. I am relieved is the word. What I'm going to do is I'm going to knock together a bunch of potions which are going to help me in whatever we end up running into next. We're at the top of the tower. Where does that lead to next? I think there's a balcony over there, judging by the draft and the windows next to it, but there's also that. Yeah. I'm going to knock together these potions, go grab that journal, and see what's next. Excuse me, Carjo. Sorry, mate. Right. We've managed to knock together some healing potions. Not a lot of them. Maybe about 6 or 7. There's some stamina potions and whatnot. I should probably eat something. A carrot. Fine, I'll have that. Didn't I pick up some... I'm sure I picked up some food. I'm sure I did. Okay, I seem to have misplaced it. Or maybe one of you have happened to... Serana, I happen to find exactly what you were looking for. Not that I'll be able to see it. Oh, where did she put it? There it is. Is this a bit of a tome? Not a lot of a tome. So, the 27th of last seed. It's a shame we don't have a year. Harkin's short-sightedness is becoming a serious problem. I was going to say it's funny that she refers to her husband as Harkin, although that is his first name, isn't it? If she'd have said Lord Harkin, that would have been so devoid of any kind of personal feeling that it would have been worth pointing out. But at this point, I've just pointed that out for no reason. I've warned him time and time again that his foolish prophecy would cast far too much light on our people, and yet he refuses to so much as listen to a word I say. I've become less of a wife and more of an annoyance in his eyes. Devoting attention to my work is the only solace I can find while enduring his ridiculous crusade. The 28th of last seed. I've had a breakthrough. Today. I was able to attune the portal vessel to the soul cairn. The soul cairn? Properly by using a small sample of ingredients. Although the portal opened for only a few seconds, I'm confident with the proper formula, it can be sustained indefinitely. I feel like I'm missing a key ingredient. Something of sufficient potency that can resist the forces trying to prevent my intrusion. Communing with the ideal masters has proved worthless. They speak in riddles and offer no assistance whether I ensure them a steady supply of souls or not. If I'm to escape Harkin's clutches, I need to keep the portal open long enough to carry me away from here. Forever, if need be. A third of Half-Fire. I've done it. After wasting thousands of gold coins and components, I discovered how to sustain the portal. I'm listing the components below without the proper amounts of my own protection. As a secondary precaution, I am combining my own blood into the formula which should prevent anyone from being able to duplicate it, and following me into the soul cairn. The formula consists of finely ground bone meal, purified void salt, soul gem shards. Using the proper measurements, place the above in the silver-lined portal vessel and add blood as a reactive agent. I will make my way into the soul cairn tomorrow after I gather my things and prepare for a potentially lengthy exile. More importantly, I must enact my plans with Serana and get her to Dim Hollow Crypt as soon as possible. Please say I haven't used all those ingredients lying around here. Although if I have, it would be a good enough excuse to get out of here and not to give us some more potions, but... Serana, come here.
Any luck yet?
I found your mother's notes.
You did? Let me see them.
Don't snatch. What's this stuff? What? The soul cairn. Is that what I think it is?
I only know what she told me. She had a theory about soul gems. That the souls inside of them don't just vanish when they're used. They end up in the soul cairn.
Why does she care where used souls went?
The soul cairn is home to very powerful beings. Necromancers send them souls and receive powers of their own in return. My mother spent a lot of time trying to contact them directly, to travel to the soul cairn itself.
So, if she made it there, we'll find her. That's the theory, right?
That circle in the center of the room is definitely some type of portal. If I'm reading this right, there's a formula here that should give us safe passage into the soul cairn.
Okay. Well, didn't we need some void salts, some soul gem fragments, something else as well?
A handful of soul gem shards, some finely ground bone meal, A good bit of purified void salts. Ah, damn it.
What?
We're also going to need a sample of her blood, which, if we could get that, we wouldn't even be trying to do this in the first place.
You share her blood? I suppose. Yeah. Wouldn't that work?
Not bad. We'd better hope that's good enough. Mistakes with these kind of portals can be gruesome. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get started.
Alright, are all those ingredients here? I saw some soul gem shards. That is a mouthful. See any void salts? Certainly some bone meal about if I go back and pick the corpses of those skeletons. I'm sure I've got enough of that.
Oh, definitely. Mother would have plenty of those materials in her laboratory. You just need to find them.
Okay. Well. I'm sure I've already picked up everything here. Right, I found the bone meal, I found the void salts, and now I think these have to be the soul gem shards. I see a lot of these fragments around, but these are ground up in the way that have to be shards. Serana? Where are we placing these? Show me.
Get the ingredients in that vessel and let me know when you're ready.
Is this a vessel? Right, well, let me lump them all in.
Get the ingredients in that vessel and let me know when you're ready.
Well, they're in. What do you mean, ready?
Then
We're
the
going...
rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my blood.
I could do with some more time to prepare things. I'll regret it. Is there more you know about this, Serana?
Of course. What is it?
And what's your loyalty to your mother like? If you've run away from your father like this with a scroll, you and your mother have a pact? She's hoping you'll enact that when you meet her? Well, just come clean with me.
I've been asking myself the same thing since we came back to the castle. She was so sure of what we did to my father. I couldn't help but go along with her. I never thought of the cost.
I don't know, she still sounds like a mother in all of this.
Possibly. I guess even a vampire mother is still a mother. She worried about me. About all of us. But she wanted to get me as far away from my father as possible before he really went over the edge.
Well, we won't know until we find her. It's a bit stupid trying to get some kind of cast iron guarantee from you, isn't it? Let's just go forward and see what we find. As stupid as that may sound.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I just didn't expect anyone to care how I felt about her. Thank you. Are we ready then?
It was a purely statistical, factual-based question, but sure, if you want to take it that way, sure. I'm only going to stop you. Let's get that portal open. Let's just say that as if it's easy to do that. As if there's going to be no consequences, as if there's going to be no complications. Let's just do what you're going to do. I'm going to stand back.
Here goes.
Yep. Just you do you. I'll stand back here.
By the blood of my ancestors. Created the portal and sold it. Incredible.
For the love of Akatosh, what is that?
Incredible. Simply incredible.
Did your mother ever let on anything about the soul cairn in her words? If there's anything else in the back of your mind before we go do anything stupid, now's the time.
The Soul Cairn is a tiny sliver of Oblivion, the realm of the Daedra. It's ruled by unseen beings known as the Ideal Masters.
Well, your mother was fascinated in necromancy, so I suppose this soul cairn won't be that far behind it. The soul cairn? I'm thinking of all the black soul gems I've had over the last months. Teldrin Cerro? I'm still carrying him. Technically, he's in there. If we hypothetically went in there, would I run into him? Depends how much of an expanse the soul cairn is, but that's a thought, isn't it?
Honestly, I don't know. Necromancers are always interested in souls, though, so that probably has some kind of interest.
Right, the ideal masters, I suppose they are the guardians of the soul cairn, right?
Nobody really knows. As far as I've heard, no one's seen them and returned to Tamriel to tell about it.
Right, then how are you sure they even exist? Is it just myth?
I've read stories. Stories about fools that manage to communicate with them. You give the Ideal Masters souls, they give you powers to summon the undead. It's all very businesslike.
I see. And fools? Why would you say that? Although, I can kind of see your point there.
Because most of the stories end with the Ideal Masters duping the necromancers, who end up dead or wishing they were dead.
Very well.
I'm ready when you are.
You can go first, by all means. After you, I insist. No, please, save your manners, bloody hell. What about the rest of you? You guys want to come in here? I don't know about this.
You want to talk?
That feels off.
I am thinking I am relieved we got to the bottom of my mind problem.
Too big of a situation to take in, I know. That didn't feel right, Serana. That really did not.
You alright? That looked painful.
I feel like I'm sizzling, but I don't feel like I'm burning, which is weird.
Now that I think about it, I should have expected that. Sorry.
What is it?
It's hard to describe. The soul cairn is, well, hungry, for lack of a better word. It's trying to take your life essence as payment.
So, there's no way in then. I'm kind of relieved by that prospect. You're gonna have to go in all by yourself, aren't you?
There might be, but I don't think you're going to like it. Vampires aren't counted among the living. I could probably go through there without a problem.
Don't go where you think you're going.
Not your first choice, I guess?
There has to be another way, Serana. You're not gonna put me through all that again, are you? Hey, yes, I was a vampire once before. That's another conversation for another time. There is no way I'd volunteer for that again. And don't look at me like that. If you had the choice to not be a vampire, I'm sure you'd take it in a heartbeat. Not that you really have one.
Maybe. We could just pay the toll another way. It wants a soul, so we give it a soul. Yours.
Mine? My soul?
My mother taught me a trick or two. I could partially soul trap you and offer that gem to the Ideal Masters. It might be enough to satisfy them. It would make you a bit weaker when we travel through the soul cairn, but we might be able to fix that once we're inside. Maybe.
Might, maybe. These are my only options, acting on mights and maybes. Give me strength.
I'm sorry. I wish I knew a better way, something that would be easier for you. Just know that whatever path you choose, I won't think any less of you. Sometimes things just have to be done. I know that better than anybody.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Look at this bloody thing, eh? Just won't be the first plane of oblivion I've had to visit. I don't know what to say. I'm not becoming a vampire, that's for bloody sure. No way. This might be the third or fourth time since I come back from Solstheim that people have tried to offer me gifts, sometimes the same ones over and over again. Been offered to be a werewolf once, a vampire twice. cleanse that Periite shrine. No way. I'm willing to offer up my soul to be partially trapped. Oh, it might, maybe, be temporarily. Do I have to bring you guys with me? I don't really want to. I kind of do want to, but at the same time I don't. It's kind of all or nothing. I don't want to leave one of you behind, although it'd be nice for someone to be able to be alive and explain what happened to Merlin and go when we all disappear and never come back. I feel as if it's all or nothing. Either all come or none of us go.
Have you made up your mind?
Or I go alone and all of you stay here. That is the hard... That's the hard truth I've learned of being Dragonborn. It's the lonesome road. It's all about coming back to your mates. Not necessarily travelling with them and taking on everything with them all the time.
Have you made up your mind?
Have you decided to not be annoying?
Have you made up your mind?
Soul trap me. Do it. Get it done.
Are you sure? I'm willing to do it, but you need to think it through.
If I think
You'll
it
remain
through...
mortal, but you'll find yourself weakened within the soul care.
Oh, I'm already weakened already. Just get it done.
I know this is difficult for you. I hope you trust me.
No,
I'll
I do
never
not trust you.
That could hurt you.
Just get this over with. You shouldn't trust me. I shouldn't trust you. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I do trust you. I'm not going to tell you to not worry about it either. I'm just going to tell you to get this over with and see what happens. Here we go.
As you wish. I promise to make this as painless as possible. Hold still.
Ow. Painless as possible. In they go. Karjo, Jazargo, it is your choice whether you want to follow me down here. If you want to get soul trapped with Serana, so be it. I'm kinda hoping she refuses to do it. So it's only me and her in there. For their sake. Here we go.
You'd think a vampire would be right at home in this place. You'd be wrong. Let's just find my mother and get out of here, quickly. Look at this place. I can't imagine choosing to come here. My mother must have been terrified.
Guys. Sometimes you just gotta help me let myself do these things alone. Souls. Wow.
Ugh, the smell here. Let's try to handle this quickly.
Lead the way. I can't seem to find him. I think I may have dropped off Teldrin Cerro. I think I may have done. Been carrying around for so long. Okay.
1,000 steps, and 1,000 more.
I feel terrible for the dead who end up here for eternity. It seems awful, like they're still suffering.
Part and parcel of getting caught with someone who snatches a soul, I suppose. One day it may well happen to me. I've had Daedric princes lay claim to my soul already. I may end up in this mess.
You want to talk?
No.
Let us go.
Beware the dragon Dunavir, destroyer of souls and harbinger of the fallen.
Let's keep moving.
You know a dragon by name? We're lucky there'll be no dragon in here then. If it were the dragon that ended you.
My ship happened to my ship? Where am I?
There's something in that. And let's just see if this plane of Oblivion plays by the same rules I'm used to. Okay. Looks fairly straightforward. I won't take it. I have that enchantment. Hang on a minute. This is marked Jib's Opus. If Teldrin is in here, I'm sure he'd be very grateful to tell us that he had met that Saint Jib once, you know. What an absolute... Okay, I'm gonna make a decision now. We're gonna come in here and do what we are going to do. We're not gonna get tangled up in anyone's tails.
I would be right at home in this place. You'd be wrong. Let's just find my mother and get out of here quickly.
I'm thinking exactly the same, Serana. Let's find your mother and get out of here. It doesn't matter what else is happening in here.
Can't imagine choosing. My mother must have...
I'm not clawing around for pages of that opus. I'm assuming there's gonna be more of them. My nature is a person who wouldn't be helping anyone in here either, though the companion, the Dawnguard person within me, would certainly want to help at every opportunity. But is that the right decision to be making just now? I don't think so.
Look at the sky. What place is this?
I don't know, Serana. I don't know. Who does know? Even show which direction we're going. I mean, we came that way, so looks like a break in the wall there.
You must help me find my Arvak. He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
Arvak? Is that your wife? Just... Oh, I have no time for this, but I meant to. The halfway point is at least just asking you the question, who is Arvak?
Arvak, my horse. We came to this horrible place together. We were attacked by monsters, so I told him to run. Please, he's such a loyal creature, and he's been running for so long. You have to save him. A place like this will change you.
How can I help him if I find Arvak?
Arvak? Arvak! Where are you? Arvak, please come back! Come back!
Well, you're helpful.
I feel terrible for the dead hand up here for eternity. Seems awful. Like they're still suffering.
Let's just go and find your mother and get out of this place. What's even that meant to be? Does it rain in here? Or is it just a storm that's always in the distance but never quite comes to fruition? I'm glad you guys are here. At the same time, what is this? At the same time, I'm not, because if anything bad's going to happen, I'd rather you guys are out there and could tell the tale. And live your lives normally, you know? Being here with me. Is there a banner on there? Or just a colour? Just a colour. Okay, that looks like a centralised point. Let's head over there. Hey up. Oi! A horse! You have to be the horse! Oi! I have no apples on me. I ate the last of my carrots. Excuse me. I have things to be doing as well. I don't have a good feeling about this. What's that? Was the horse pointing me in this direction? I was kind of expecting a normal horse, though this is the Soul Cairner also. Okay, I've seen these before. And that one. Look at me. I'm gonna keep ending up off track. Okay. Who are you?
Well, look what we have here. Someone with flesh on their bones.
Is that meant to be a joke?
Let's just say I sold something to a guy who turned out to work for a whole coven of necromancers. How in the name of Zenithar was I to know the ingredients were phony? Do I look like someone that would double-cross a necromancer?
Don't really know. I can't really get the judge of you when there isn't a face to really get a judge of. So that's how you got here, I suppose.
You got it. Horse, wagon, and all. Plopped here without so much as a word. I used to be one of the best traders in High Rock, you know. How people would track me down just to see what I had for sale.
Got anything left?
Very funny. And what exactly are you going to pay me with? Take a look around. Gold doesn't exactly win you any friends around here.
Hey. You know what? No.
See you around, if you live long enough.
The only reason why I'm here is because a horse led us in this direction. I've searched in there, I've searched around the place. If I don't find like anything to do with the horse, any remains, there can't be any remains in here. The horse, that's the horse's soul. Although, there must be. If there's a skeleton of, is that your skeleton? And maybe I can find like a horse skull or something? If there's bones, there's a chance. Though right now, we're going to recommit to why we're actually here. Let's make a beeline, not there'll be any bees here. For that place. If we don't find anything there, I'm going to go back to where we started. We head all the way over that way until we find a big set of stairs. There you are again. Trying to distract me. Off my mate! Come here. Fight more. Not Serrano running off by herself either. Horse run off that way. I can't be affording to do this. I'm just... It's curiosity at this point. No. No, no, no. Back on the path. Back on the path. This is how you become a lost soul. By getting endlessly distracted until you forget why you were here in the first place. How would you even explain that to anyone in the outside world? You could sit down with a scholar from the Imperial Library and say, hey, this is what I saw when I was there, and instead you'll be turned away with them going, oh, yeah, wonderful experience, we'll get a hold of you, yeah, we'll send a courier, and never hear from them ever again. I was trying to describe what that happened. It makes you kind of whatever that is, You try to describe it, you become an unreliable narrator of your own experiences. What is this?
Mother? Mother!
Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him. To make everything right.
Wait a minute. You brought a stranger here. Have you lost your mind?
Apparently.
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down.
I think you have too high opinion of yourself. You want me to be honest with you? I'm just here for the Elder Scroll.
Glorious. Serana claims you're her guardian, yet your first instinct appears to be greed. I see that my daughter is still as naive as ever.
You got that right.
Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
And she did. That's kind of why we're here for the Elder Scroll. Look, I could have completely lied to you or even told a hint of the truth that I was here to protect your daughter. Turns out you would probably have the same attitude towards me, one of complete skepticism and staring down your nose at me. I was going to be brutally honest. I have been brutally honest. I'm going to be brutally honest again. That's why I'm here for the Elder Scroll, Mother.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
So you're willing to part with the scroll then? Tell me more about how Serana is so central to this and how the Elder Scrolls are so meaningless and important that you'll pass them to me.
When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
And how does Serana fit into that? Sorry, you're kind of losing me.
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
So, this tyranny of the sun requires Serana's blood, correct?
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
So, it all seems a bit backwards. How Serana can turn up in Castle Volkihar and Lord Harkon be all like, "Ah, my beloved daughter, thanks for returning." Although he did ask about the Elder Scroll first, so Harkon's angle on this is just like mine. It's all about the Elder Scroll. But are you implying that Harkon means to kill her then? I mean, asking purely on a factual and statistical basis, is this what intends to happen?
If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete.
That's not
In
answering
his
the
eyes,
question.
She'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
Okay, that does. Look, I would never allow the Elder Scroll to be handed over to Lord Harkon. You've got to believe me there. Whatever happened to Serana, I don't really mind at the moment. But the Elder Scroll, that is the most important thing here.
And how exactly do you plan on stopping him?
Will this appease you? I'll kill Harkon. With the guys at my back, and with a bunch of people garrisoned at a Fort Dawnguard. If we did that, would that appease you?
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans?
Serana, what do you think?
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight.
Oh,
Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Care, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed.
that is true. One last time, I'm just here for the Elder Scrolls. Serana, just talk to your mother.
I see. You're simply here to stop the tyranny of the sun, despite the cost to Serana. Nothing else matters. This creature aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to him.
Talk
This
to her.
stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a man. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
If you only open your eyes, the moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me. But for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
I'm glad you've seen some kind of reason. You have every right to feel the way you do, but in your position, you don't have the leverage. You have the Elder Scroll with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
Okay, just tell us what we need to do and we'll do it.
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
Very well. As stupid as this sounds, can we always find you here?
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnavir roaming the cairn. Be wary of him.
It's in...
The Ideal Masters
cairn.
have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
So how did you become imprisoned here? Tell us the story, now you're talking to me.
When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place.
And the bargain was?
I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they craved. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here.
So they tricked you, did they? Tough luck.
The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins.
So you became trapped?
Unfortunately, yes. Since the keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach.
So you've been imprisoned here for all this time, eh? That's quite something.
Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game. each watching the other to see which will give in.
I have a burning question I was going to ask Serana, but since you're here, if we leave the soul cairn again, me and your daughter, can we safely return here? I was going to ask if we can actually leave the soul cairn in one piece, although... Hang on.
Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
I can't believe we found my mother alive. Well, you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah, you can't believe you found your mother alive. There's a horse roaming about. There are free ideal are we slaying ideal masters or just guardians or what? Can't be slaying the ideal masters, surely. I've got all that on my mind, and now the question at the forefront of my mind isn't a matter of if we leave here, can we return? No, it's a matter of can we leave here at all?